Hey, it's Jordan with 2IT Politics. I'm here with Chase Iron Eyes, and we're right in front of what's a new sacred fire. Yesterday, they put out the sacred fire that had been here for months. Can you kind of talk about the process there and the why one fire goes out and another one is born?
The older men, now we always respect our elders, but the older men created this fire through ceremony, the older fire, the Ocheti Shakomi fire. And that fire has been up since July, and they went through a lot of ceremonial protocol to make that happen. And when they extinguished it, they decided amongst themselves and according to their ceremony when to extinguish it, and the time had come for them to do that. But there was probably 1,000 people still here who are committed to staying until the pipeline is dead. They're committed to staying to protect our treaty rights and to create a new existence for our people. They're committed even to protecting American constitutional, civil, and human rights. And so we approached the elders, and they told us how to conduct ourselves and to build a new fire. Is all young people who came up. I'm the elder here. I'm the older guy. And I never, the women came and kind of put me in my place at the very beginning and said that they needed to build a fire and to conduct the ceremony. So it was meant to happen like that. And I appreciated that. I was willing to accept that. And as you can see, there are no chiefs here. There is no one leader that says what goes around here. We are all leaders in our own right. So we're respecting each other here. The fun is definitely done. Like the time for all the niceties and the pageantry is kind of done. Like there's none of that. Everybody here is committed 100% and is going to have to work very, very hard to stay alive and to make sure that the pipeline is not built and that our struggle continues.
And as far as the pipeline, obviously the permit was denied to go under the lake, but most people I speak to here don't trust that. They don't trust the government. Much reason not to trust the government. Staying here, what do you plan on doing? You and the at this point probably around 1,000 people to stop it.
Well, there's 1,000 people here at what's now called Ocheti Oyate, the People's Camp. That's what's here now. There's still 300 people at Rosebud Camp, about 1,000 at Sacred Stone Camp. So everybody knows that this is an international spiritual monument here that's living in each of us. It's alive. There's no physical place for it to exist, but it's in all of our hearts and our minds. We understand fully the motions that were made by DAPL to force, under contract theory, force the court to allow them to drill this pipeline. Now that's been stalled, and it's been stalled all along, but the people here are sending a message that we're tired. We don't like them encroaching upon our treaty rights. We don't like the box that they've pushed us into, this box of imposed poverty that we've been living in, that I've grew up in that box. We don't like them invading our airspace. We don't like them violating our rights to be free from illegal search, seizure, and surveillance. We don't like it when our rights to peaceably assemble, our rights to free speech are violated, and that's happening here. And we have to put a stop to that. We have to stand up. If we don't stand up, not only for tribal nations, but for all Americans, we're looking down some deep, dark times here. We don't know what's ahead of us in 40 days when Trump takes office. We really don't know. He's intending to privatize reservations. He's appointing everybody that was in the swamp into his new administration.
His new Secretary of State's reportedly ExxonMobil CEO.
That's right. And so we know we're in for a fight, but we also know that we have the critical mass to compel our people to change. Leadership should be representing our will, and they're not. Politicians are not representing the people. They're representing the corporations that fill their coffers. But this fight is about all of these things collectively together. It's amazing. It's never happened in history.
What is the image that's going to clear everybody out? That drill pad being gone, or do you guys plan on staying for more than just a pipeline? But like you said, fighting for those treaty rights, your economic justice, your social justice.
There's a lot of points and demands that have to be communicated, but we have to talk to the people to find out what those demands are. Immediately, the pipeline cannot be built. It's got to be gone. The roadblock, the most militarized roadblock in North Dakota history, has to be gone.
That's still there, even during blizzards.
Yes. Impeding emergency vehicles. I mean, this is kind of like a zone where nobody knows or wants to provide help, like governmental support, emergency support. I mean, it's a tough place out here, but you're seeing the rebirth of self-sufficiency. The only way people survive out here is if they rely on each other. And we just started with trying to be a provider camp to help, but then all these developments start taking place where people were leaving their posts, abandoning the struggle, and there was enough people here, and I'm from Standing Rock Nation, so I couldn't in my heart and good conscience just let people out here to fend for themselves. So we had to organize, and we've done a tremendous job. The people of this country, this continent, and the world have done a tremendous job of supporting this fight. That's why I know we have the critical mass. We might not control mainstream media or have all the access that we need, but we've got people like you, we've got independent media who's trying to cover the real story here. And it needs to be told, because we're being painted with a broad stroke and cast in a negative light, when all we've ever wanted was peace. Like Sitting Bull said, we were never the aggressors. All we wanted was to protect our way of life, our women, and our children. And so that's what's here today. That spirit is here.
And lastly, obviously the tribe, Chairman Archibald has told new people not to come. What do you say about that? Because it seems like obviously there's still a good mass of people here. Do you want new people to come, or should people listen to the tribe?
Well, at this time, people need to make their own decisions. I fully respect Chairman Archibald in the work. He's under a tremendous amount of pressure, as is Governor Dalrymple. Look, we're in uncharted territories here, and so our message has been at the camp that the only time we want new people is if they come self-sufficient or they contact us and have accommodations set forth ahead, because we need wood, we need water, we need food, we need a bit more emergency shelter, and we have the resources. We just need time to deploy them. But everybody is still welcome to help and to keep sharing our truths, keep sharing our stories. And if you're going to come here, make sure that you're self-sufficient, you're able-bodied, because it's dangerous, it's deadly out here. If you are disabled or infirm, or maybe you have small children or some sort of conditions that makes it so that you're possibly more of a liability than an asset, then yes, we're asking you to stay where you're at. Stay warm, stay put. People who are here who want to leave, we're helping them leave. The only people here are warriors right now, and some women and some children, but we're all trying to just work together. It's nothing but hard work out here right now.